And this is gonna focus on the lower back, the hamstring, the calf, and the feet. And as you notice, the extra draping, I move it down from the upper body to the lower body. I mean, for your own practice, when you can move over, you can just like chick, 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 chick. But if you want to add more flow, you can just be dramatic on the table and move it down. But I'm gonna skip that part. So I love to start working on a lot on the table. So again, don't worry, like you use like 2 tables, so it's gonna hold up a lot of weight. But then there's so many ways to warm up the tissue. And of course, Randy told me that. I'm not sure if he can handle the pressure. Yeah, let's not kill him. So in the morning, we start from standing position, like the Thai body work. We grow up with stepping on the body like that. So it really depends on your comfort. So baseline is that we want to like drop the foot on the glutes. This is the maximus. That's the biggest muscles in your body. So it can handle. How does it feel, Randy?
Yeah, that's good.
Good. And I mean, if you don't feel comfortable, step the whole feet on the body, just one at a time. So, Chris, can I have you here? I want to see my foot. So now, remember, the draping must be under the hip flies. You can use the claws for hip low back traction. Stand on the edge, tightening the claws, engage your core, sumo squat, take a deep inhale. When you exhale, lift and track backward. How does it feel, Randy? It's really good for lower back releasing. Now the claw's gonna hook on the hip crest, hip line here. One more time. Try to shorten, engage your core, use your glute, lift, track backward. Now add torso. This works wonderful. How is it, Randy?
Great.
So now once you bring the body down, grab the whole draping. Now foot on the hamstring and add rocking. So I drop pressure and I push, push, push like this. So as I add rocking, the body will not take the pain reception. Is it?
Not bad.
How does it feel?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because I want to add mobilization to lullaby the brain. Relax the brain, moving the body at the same time. Why I begin to penetrate my pressure deeper and see that in the foot, there are so many tools. I can use my edge, it's like scraper. So I can begin to dig, layer. And now when it comes to calf, very sensitive. See, I keep pulling, not much pressure, 30%. How do you feel, Randy? Yeah, very gentle. I just make connection, pin, push the tissue out, lift the draping, use my body weight to lean backward. I still look dramatic. Why? I deliver lots of pressure here. Pin on the tissue, roll, lift. So you can repeat on the other side. This is foot warming up, rocking, compression, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not gonna spend much time on the other side. The next one that you can do, knee, pin on the hips, alongside to the sacrum. Because there's a lot of muscles group attaching around the sacral area. So you can rest the palm on the back. And now, just like cat pose in yoga, rest the palm, now track the knee downward. So, see that now, my knee alongside to the sacrum, and pin, and now pull. You see I'll lengthen the tissue, release, pin, and pull. And now, walk the knees down. Now, my knees sit under the sit bone, where the hamstring originating, under the ischial velocity. So you can cross your arm behind your back and try to stack your body, shoulder over the hips, and now rock the knee side to side. Ooh. As I rock, my knee begin to penetrate deeper, deeper. Do you feel ready?
Mm-hmm.
Do I kill you? Do I hurt you?
That's okay.
Me, yes.
It's close.
Yeah. So I'm gonna lower to the second spot. Very, very his body very sensitive. So I'm gonna be gentle, pin it down, and try to lift my body weight upward, not downward. And just slowly sink my knee downward toward the tissue. And now I'm gonna move down to the calf. This one, I'm gonna do one at a time so that I will not kill him. So I'm just gonna undrape just to see you how I do it. My hand's gonna hold the ankle. I'm gonna use my tibia. lean on it, lock, lean, now roll out the tissue. So the real Thai massage, we do a lot of compression. But when it comes to compression, if you work on elderly, you work on old people, you can cross fracture. So I pin the tissue and I roll away from the bone. I will not send a direct force to the bone. I don't want to cause anyone fracture. You won't want to be sued. And release. Do I hurt you? So one more time, tibia. Pin on the tissue, roll out sideways, and sink the weight down and hold. So you have to like observe, you have to make connection with the tissue underneath you and try to read it, how much it can handle the pressure, and release. See, nice and smooth. So this is one way of me doing that. Chris, I'm gonna turn this way. The other way to do things fast, I do a hamstring. One knee on the calf. You okay? And begin to drop the pressure. You okay? Yeah. So like, if your client cannot handle, just knee, pin, hook, push out, and hold. This is good enough. But if you warm up enough, you want to add more, I'm not sure if Randy can handle. See that? My knee push onto the tissue. Randy, you okay?
Yeah.
I'm very gentle. I hold my weight upward to my core, not downward. If I put the weight downward, he's gonna cry. His body will develop spasm or cramping to protect itself. Then change the position. My lower knee closer to the soleus. My upper knee, the middle part of the hamstring. Level one, just stay here. See that? Push the tissue and hold. So I want to lengthen the fascials. Take time for the body to take a new length. And then if he can handle more, can you handle that?
Yeah.
Can you handle that? And then slowly come down, allow the blood to flow. You see the blood? Now the color has changed. Sometimes I just lock and then fold and use my body weight to lean. So knee on the hamstring, this is gonna give a lot of pressure. And then I tuck the back of his ankle under my shoulder, add more pressure, extend the leg, palm press, lift, and then stretch. How does it feel to
That's
you?
very good.
Do it look dramatic? You should look dramatic. And then you move up, hand pin, add more you hear that? And then stretch. So the idea is to stretch the quadricep. Ankle, drop the pressure on the hamstring at the same time. Or you can scoop the knee underneath, lift a little bit, and down. I can go on and on, but let's move on. You guys good? Good. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna work on the left first. So we're gonna do diaper draping. Okay, this is diaper draping, but the good part is that we have extra draping here. So we flap the extra draping over to cover the privacy and also use the extra draping to tuck the sheet. So the sheet remains because we do a lot of stretching. That's why we need the extra draping. I love to begin with step my foot on the table. Stabilize yourself, turn the body to the hips. One foot remain grounded on the floor. The back hand hold the back of the foot. You see the crisp? Now use my body to wrap it. Hook the ankle, track backward. So make sure the head come along with you. And return. You see the neck movement? One more time. Squeeze with your whole body, hand free. Hand can be free. Or you don't want to work too hard. The back hand hold the ankle, lock, hold, pull backward. So when you see the neck moving backward this way, it impacts the whole structural system. The cervical, thoracic, lumbar, the pelvis, the hips, the knee, the ankle. And return. Is that right? Traction the whole body. You good? Next. Now, since we're here, my palm, we call butterfly in the Thai massage. So the palm press on the hamstring, and now I'm gonna begin to hook and rotate. The hand press on the hamstring, external rotation of the hips, internal rotation of the hips, compressing, compressing, and rotate. And keep walking the body upward, upward. upward. Now my foot locked to the knee. See that? Ankle locked to my body. My forearm pinned on the glute. And now stretch, rotate. And turn. Same thing. Keep pinning with the forearm on the piriformis, and my leg use the hook. I use my whole body to lock with him and add some rotation. Add rotation. How does it feel, Randy? But my forearm still pinning on the piriformis right here. And as I'm mobilizing the hip bones. And here, with the foot, you can do foot stretching, ankle stretching, and even add tapping. Tapping is like toxin in Thai massage. Because with that, we want to create a vibration here. That's the whole point. And here, you can lock the whole foot, lift, jostle, shake, shake, shake. So for athletes, professional athletes, they work out so hard, the ankle got locked in certain position, the calf muscle been working so hard. So sometimes when you work on NFL player, basketball player, yada, 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 right? The calf is really tight. Sometimes I love to start from here, flattening the calf, like try to like mobilizing the tissue. So for the stickiness, the gastroc, see that I use flattening. Just try like to mobilize. How does it feel to you?
That feels really good.
Yeah, so the baseline is that we try to mobilize the muscle and we try to draw more circulation until the muscle become more supple, and then it will allow us to work deeper layer to mobilize all the substances underneath. We good? Now, let's load. Now, warming up's over. Now I'm gonna do like the work. Drop the ankle onto the bolster, and we're gonna come back to the basic stroke effleurage. So with the palm stroke, remember, you're gonna walk your step with your stroke. Walk the step with the stroke. You can go fast, you can go slow, depending on the intention of the session that day. Or you can begin to use the forearm. I love to stand in the middle, rotate my hips to the foot, rotate my hips to the head, and now apply my forearm stroke. So to me, it's very relaxing, nice and easy. But see, I can lean my pressure onto the tissue. Randy, how does it feel? Yeah, hook and rotate all the way. So try to get like the interior border of the gastroc all the way up to the adductor. Slide my forearm. You can walk all the way up. And if your client doesn't wear underwear, this is a really good time to begin to work on the gluteus muscle here. But he wears one, so it's okay. Sometimes I love to like tuck my foot. Can you see my foot, Chris? Like tuck the foot underneath the ankle just to lock. And my fingers like nails. Grabbing the adductor. How does it feel to you? Do you feel like I'm harassing you sexually?
No.
Yeah, you know. So because like the adductor area here is so necessary. But if you just touch lightly, like this, yeah, it can give wrong information, the wrong message to the brain. So sometimes when I know that my client like tight hips, I love to grab and pull upward. So I try to loosen up the attachment around here and the tissue around here. This is very sensitive area. We're gonna get more into that tomorrow. Fun. Okay, so now we just did warming up. We use a hand, we use a forearm, and we can use a knee. So with the knee, let's go that way. I love to be on the table. Ready? So, with the knee stroke, if you work on the left, turn the body to the left. I love to start by placing my outer knee supporting the ankle. My inside knee is my chopper. Compressing on and glide downward. Am I killing you, Randy?
No.
Yeah, that's good. Because we warm up already, that helps a lot. Now I can go deeper. Am I hurting you? If I do, let me know, okay? So with the lower calves, very easy. Hold the ankle, lean the pressure on it, rest you. I need to. Now, my round knee, very specific. See that? Am I killing you, Randy? Yeah. So with the tight calf can lead to many foot issues. Plantar fasciitis, yada, yada, yada. Can go all the way to strap all the way to the lower back. So with the tools that we have, the round knee, pinning on it, leaning on it, compress and glide all the way down. This is around knee. Now, tibia. Strong bamboo. Very general, but be careful. This can be very strong as well. It depends on you. If your client has very sensitive calf, just gentle, keep gliding, layer down, layer down. No need to rush the process. No need to get all the way deep down. We shouldn't hurt anyone. Our work here is to communicate to the brain and trust the nervous system. So the body will allow us to get deeper, be friend to the body. Okay? So this is knee to the lower legs. Now to the hamstring. So with the hamstring, your hand can hold onto the body and lean the weight on it. Or your hand can grab on the table. See that? My knee begin to go deep, deep, deep. Am I hurting you, Randy?
Really good.
It's really, really good and effortless. Again, this is a round knee. Now I'm really on top on the bicep femoris. Now let's go to semi. See that? My knee can push, 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 all the way, maybe closer to the abductor, and just stop. So my hand, I can pin right here, or I can pin right here. But I don't want to bend over too hard, so I'm just going to try to keep my body upright. Push, push, push. This is a knee tool. Next one, the foot. So with the foot, you can sit comfortably. Make yourself comfortable first, or you can kneel up position and now drop the foot and glide. Am I killing you, Randy?
Just a little bit, but it's good.
Okay. So the foot can be very firm, very strong. Add more oil. Oil will heal everything. Am I killing you, Randy?
It's okay.
Yeah. So more lubricant is better. See that? Now I'm really on top of the tissue and glide my foot on it. This is the calf, and now I can push all the way up to the hamstring. So with the hamstring, sometimes I bend the knee, hold it, and glide. Sometimes I lift, pressure, and slowly releasing as I drop the pressure. See, now I can go really, really deep. Bend, pin onto the tissue, and slowly glide all the way. How does it feel? It's really, really good and effortless. And you can go really deep fast, like access deeper, less effort. Sometimes, see that, I add mobilization. As I push my heel, go deeper, deeper, deeper. When I add mobilization, it distracts the brain from hurting. Am I healing you?
No.
Yeah, but I go really deep and I can feel the tissue that really stubborn right here. We can talk about later. So now we just do warming up and glide, deep, deep, and glide. You good? We get the calf, we get the hamstring. Now let's go to the technical one. Ready? All right. Okay. The first one, easy. Sit comfortably, ankle on the shoulder, and now your fingers are like nails. Penetrate deep. Now it's nothing. His muscle is so flat now. No fun. Move side to side. Side to side. But see, I add pressure with my fingertips. Am I hurting you?
No.
Yeah. Now it's so soft. Not much for me to work on. So move side to side, side to side. But when you work on professional athlete, you have to use a lot of technique. Like sometimes I do friction, pin onto the tissue, and just friction. Randy is a little bit. Yeah, you feel it, right? It's very stubborn right here. I have different technique. So sometimes I use friction just to draw more circulation and try to ease up the adhesive tissue. Or cross fiber, or palm squeezing and move up and down, or you can have your arm hold on the ankle and now drop the forearm too. This is also very deep work, but really nice. But see that? My hands are free. How does it feel, Randy?
It's good, it's pretty strong.
Yep, and now I'm gonna glide all the way up to the hamstring and change. And change. Change, I mean rotation, warming up, push all the way up. See that? Glide all the way. Just do a few times, warming up the hips, relaxing the lower back. You good? Now next one. I'm gonna put the leg into figure four. Chris, let's do it. Yeah. Figure four. Figure 4 doesn't mean this. Rest the ankle on the bolster, and now you can turn on the foot. How many bones in one foot?
26.
33, right? Yeah, so there's so many bones hold up into the foot, and it's really important organ in your body. It's the last spot that touch the gravity. If you mess up from the neck, shoulder, hips, back, blah, blah, the last spot is the foot. Tomorrow, you're gonna focus on the foot. So, it's important to mobilize all the bone in the foot. As a massage therapist, you can mobilize that, you can manipulate that. Let's do so. And here, I turn the leg into figure 4. Now, we can target the tibialis anterior, the chin splint, like the pain on the chin. For those hikers, those cyclists, they need this one, or even football players. So I love to lock the ankle, and now my elbow precisely on the tip end, and glide on it. Same way, step one leg back, draw the pressure from the back hip to the body, so we can deliver more deeper pressure with no hands work, with no neck and shoulder work. Just for gliding onto the tissue. How does it feel? So sometimes when I work on professional athletes, I can feel that their ankles are really tight because all their life, all their training, they've been wearing like sneakers, trainers. So it stabilizes the ankle, but it holding the tissue really, really tight. So because like the knee and the ankle should mobilize into many directions, right? But those are professional athletes. Like when you wear boots, the ankle got hold in the position and they develop so much pain, the pain running all the way up to the knee. Is that right? Mm-hmm. So that's why it's important to work along this tissue. Beside the forearm, you have your knee. Pin the knee and glide. How does it feel, Randy? So just use your patella, not paella. Patella, the round knee. Very precise. Language confusion. Glide and glide and glide all the way up. So this is for the chin muscle, the chin splint. And now we can come back to the calf. Next one. Your knee can lock on the ankle. Do I move too fast? And now I lock the foot this way. Now my hand gonna grip the calf. So like swimming stroke, but this time you glide upward. But see that my body mechanic, I don't lean over, I don't hunch over, my arm remains straight, and pull the tissue up, use your fingertips, or move up and down, or up and down. Some old school massage therapists, they're gonna go crazy if we do reversing the blood flow. Mm-hmm. But no one has died from doing that. For real. So the body can take care of itself. If you work on healthy body, it doesn't hurt, the body will take care of it. We do activity that reversing the blood flow all the time. The body can take care of it. It's just like old fashioned of thinking. So glide the stroke side to side. You can even lift the tissue and mobilize it. Now you see that his calf really like supple, very fast, so no fun for me to work. Let's move on. Now, let's talk about IT band. How do you address an IT band? Don't say anything, don't say anything. How do you address an IT band? Okay.
Stress.
So, IT band is not tendon, it's not ligament, it's a band. It has no its own ability to add elasticity, and we cannot really stretch the IT band. We have to work on the muscles surrounding it, which is hamstring group, quadricep, TFL, and all the gluteus muscle here. So it works together as a group. But TFL, you cannot really access from here, but I have a lot of fun way to do that. Anyway, so for Thai IT band, I'm sure you have a lot of clients with Thai IT band. You cannot press on it, it's just gonna hurt. So we can do the stroke that work on the hamstring. We can do the stroke that work on the quadricep. And I love punching. This is uppercut stroke. So one arm, lots of pressure on the hammy, go all the way up to the gluteus, and the other one, try to access the quadricep, go all the way up to the gluteus. And to me, I'm just gonna do like a few strokes just to warm up. How does it feel, Randy? Almost kill you.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. All right. So since we have the leg in this position, new, next one. Ready? Okay, so I'm gonna turn the leg into frog leg position to work on the hips. And here we have good draping, nothing exposed, okay? So the basic way to stretch the hips, can you see my leg, Chris? Now rest the foot on your front hips, on your thigh. It doesn't matter how heavy he is, your hand hold on the table, you push the hips and return. You push the hips and return, no hands work. Maybe this is enough for Randy because he's very stiff and tight. But we can do a lot of magical work here. Ready, Randy?
No.
And same position, rest the foot on the front thigh. You're gonna need to push your body. Like I said, in massage, new era, use stronger group of your body to work, do the body work. And now your outside hand, scoop under his knee to lift. Your top hand, pull the draping, nothing exposed. Take a deep inhale and exhale, push, rotate, lift, move the whole body. Do not feel the heaviness. I'm just holding, I'm not lifting. Move your whole body. You have very strong legs, you have very strong glute, use them. Mobilizing. Once you know the draping is secure, pull, push, stretch. How does it feel, Randy?
That's cool.
Pull, push, stretch. You can stay right here. Begin to grab the adductor and thrust the hip forward to stretch more. You good? Can you imagine you can come this far?
No.
See, the knee push all the way to the shoulder. It didn't happen 5 seconds ago. Now it can happen. Next. Tick, 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 tick. You might want to walk around. So think about yourself, how you want to see me, when you go back to practice. From this position, bring the foot closer to the groin. So one hand pin on the foot and the other hand lift the hip to stretch. You good? Foot on the table. Chris, you might want to walk around it this way. Thank you. Step your legs on the table. Knee hook with the knee. Hand pin on the foot. And now see that? Use the hips to lock and stretch. How does it feel, Randy?
Interesting.
What muscle are you
I'm okay.
stretching there?
I'm not dead.
Keep stretching. So, see, draping is good, nothing exposed. Lock, lock, hip stretching. I'm coming.
A hip flexor?
Not quite hip flexor. It's more the groin area. Yeah. So lock, lock, and stretch. This is a basic one. Or if you don't want to bring your legs up, an option. Tuck the arms under, pull the hip, and then stretch. But lock the foot. It's more like groin stretching. The more advanced one. Ready? Next one. The more advanced one. Foot, pin on the foot. And now move your body here. Lock and then stretch.
Wow.
We want to lengthen the obliques. And now I have an access, the gluteus minimus. I'm gonna slowly uncover. Elbow compress on the minimus. And I can control, am I killing you? A little bit, deep into stretching. Do you see my bus, girlfriend? Right here. So yeah, I use my body basically just to lock his body in this position. And now I have an access to the gluteus minimus here. Not many people work on this muscle group, but it's really important to stabilize the hips. See that? Glide all the way. Okay, so this is gluteus minimus. TFL, not from here. Next one. So because I have the hips right here, so now I can bring the knee closer to the head, just support underneath. Do you see my knee, Chris? So the knee just to support, and I don't get anything close to my body. Now I'm gonna compress, and my hand gonna grab on the QL here. Grip the QL, compress, release. How are you at, Randy?
That's a good one.
Grab the QL, compress, and release. So my body compress everything together. Grip, compress, and release. When you are a receiver, you understand. Now I grip on the QL. Where is it? See? Grip the QL, and now my finger keep gripping, and I rock. It's really good, and you can pull your knee upward, keep pushing, and release. And here, gluteus muscle, you can add tapomen. How does it feel, Randy?
Good. They're really good.
Forearm. This is not good. This is wonderful. This is like, on it. You good? Anything you can do here. Okay, next one. So since we have the leg into this position, you might want to come to this way. Now I'm gonna lift his knee up and place my inside knees underneath pigeon position. Now your knees perform like a tennis ball. We remember we talked about the adductors. Men really need this work. Female really need this kind of work. But as a female therapist, sometimes we're so anxious to work around close to the sexual organ because we don't want to send any wrong message for the sexual arousal. But my knees, no way, Randy will feel anything sexy, right?
That's right.
So you see my knee placement is really on the adductor, and my draping scoop everything away. So you're not touching anything. My knee go underneath, and now I'm gonna roll his muscle onto my tools. So you work from underneath, you work from the top, you can lean over, and now your forearm can do a lot of magical work. Now I work on the deep rotators. If you have clients who sit for a long time, yeah, the deep rotators, remember, it's gonna be frozen in time. It's gonna be so weak, it could be so stiff. This is a really good time to lengthening them, compression, and now just add jostling. This is gonna mobilize the tissue really deep. How does it feel to you?
Good.
Yeah, and my knee on the adductors, you can stand up and roll onto it. If you're strong enough, you can slowly lift the knee up, pick the tissue from underneath and rotate. Am I hurting you? This is only when you're strong enough. You see that? My foot gripping on the floor, reinforcement. If you hang this leg down, you have no power to do that. So my foot gripping, and now I roll my knees up from underneath. It's really good work. Or your hand gripping. Add a little more oil. How does it feel, Randy?
Yeah, that's good.
Is it really good? So sometimes you can pick the tissue and push all the way down and add more onto the deep rotator. How does it feel?
That's intense.
Interesting. And now, once you get deep, hook the tissue, add jostling or add tapping. How does it feel, Randy?
It's better now.
Change the tone. Think will be different. Okay. Now next one, I'm gonna bring the legs all the way up and now place my knee underneath just to elevate. And this one, my intention is to stretch the quadricep, the hip flexor, by bringing the heel closer to the hips. I would not imagine Randy can go this far earlier, but let's try. Bring the heel closer to the hips, lock everything up, now pull backward and release. You see the movement of the neck. One more time. Elevate, press the heel closer to the glute, compress everything down, pull the body backward, and now add rotation. You okay? And release. Press. This might not happen today, but I'll let go. You guys need time to compress and practice. Good? Next one. Next one, I'm gonna rotate him. I'm gonna go to the simplest way. Ready? Walk opposite side. You stay there. Okay? And now the hand closer to the foot. Walk over above the knee and tuck the palms underneath above the knee. You see my palm? And now sit like letter X. See that? Now hold. Tick, tick. Push the thing this way. Lock them. Sorry. Hand grab above the knee and pull the body backward. You can just stay. Nothing exposed, right? So you can just hold and add femoral rotation from here. This is maybe enough for your client. Or forearm pin on the glute, lean, drop the pressure onto the glute, move the legs backward, quadricep stretching, hip flexor stretching. Maybe this is enough, but see that? I begin to drop pressure on his glute as I roll and rock. Next one, if you can do more, lift the back leg like dog peeing position, and now push the legs down, lengthening the QL. Maybe this is enough. Just stay here. If you can do more, legs hook above the knee, lengthening the QL more. See that the obliques, the QL got stretched. And now I'm gonna uncover to see the muscle group that I'm gonna be working on. You see how much we stretch the psoas the obliques, and the QL. And now I can use my forearm to glide. And this one is to control how deep of the stretching. Ooh, a lot of blood flow here. You can glide and glide. Sometimes I grab and I stretch. Grab from the hip crest and pull backward. Lock everything. Or press the shoulder. Your client will love you. Let me pay me, let me pay me. And pressure, 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 pressure. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening. Is amazing. Is it, Randy? The easier one, lift the legs up and now place your legs underneath. And now it's more like spinal decompression. So you use your body to hold the legs. One hand hold the back of the hips, one hand hold the front of the hips, and now track and pull backward. It's so good for low back pain. And now you can add more mobilization from here, traction at the same time. So this could be easier than the other one, but it's a different purpose. Traction, pull back, and hold. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Yeah, it's gonna work with breath. And release. Next one. Good. The magic hand go around and behind. Lock. And pull backward. Sit down, hook, and use your body to lock. Now, step down, nothing exposed. Pin, sit down, stretch. Pin, rotate, sit down, and stretch. Or just grab and stretch. Mobilizing and stretch. You're good?
Yeah. Girlfriend.
There you go. How does it feel, Randy?
Good stretch.
There's lots of stretch. Here we go. There we go. Again, back to the minimus. Or this is like TFL. Bing, 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 bing. How does it feel, Randy? So yeah, there's a lot of variation. And then once you're done, just add tap, 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 and slowly bring the body back to the position. Thank you. Let's go back to practice.